I'm here outside the gate of a farmhouse where 3 suspects walked in last night and killed a man in cold blood. Normally one would say it's a senseless murder, but quite frankly all these murders are senseless. There's never a meaningful murder. It's just very sad that somebody can lose his life for what looks like a possible armed robbery. The suspects got away with a few items. A TV was found later in the veld, and this man died for nothing. It could have been me. He's 51 years old, and we're going to be talking to some people involved in farm murders. And just keep in mind, farm murders is not just about white farmers. It's about farmers, it's about workers on farms, but a life is a life, and every time it saddens me to think somebody had to give his life for nothing.
Our safety, our personal safety is very, very important. So we must, as citizens of South Africa, acknowledge that we do not have the protection the Constitution offers us in Section 12 and Section 11. There is the stopping of the commando and all of those forces that is available and was available, that has done an excellent job protecting our farming community and our community at large. My call is, let's get those systems working again. The reservist force in the police, important. I know the police are talking about it at the moment, making the numbers or the age groups and even the grades of the persons that apply, making it more accessible. But that's not the fast win. The fast and the quick win we must get there is acknowledgement from the government that it's a problem. Number 2, what will we do next? We must get more responsible policing, and we must get a buy-in from the community and the responsibility from the community. We know that many of these acts actually happen because people do not think about their own safety as clear as we need that to do. But that's not the first one. The first one is the Constitution say we will be protected as citizens in South Africa.
Adila is in our studio and she's talking to Albert from Bossies Community Justice.
4 suspects gained access to the house through an open door. They overpowered the elderly man. He actually shouted to his wife to go to a room, and she managed to get away and lock herself in the room. But unfortunately, he was murdered in the process.
What was the cause for something like this?
It's very difficult to say what the cause is. But, being summer, it's quite a hot summer as well, we all tend to leave our doors open. And this, unfortunately, the criminals take advantage of this. It's very difficult to keep your house closed, all completely closed. But I would advise put something like security doors, and even if possible, outside alarm beams, and set your alarms. It's unfortunately the time we live in, it's something that we have to do.
According to South African Police Services Lieutenant General Zuma, Mpumalanga's crime statistics have shown a decrease within a span of 1 year. Lieutenant General Zuma spoke to Suburb News and had the following comment regarding crime within Mpumalanga.
Relatively, compared to our performance last year, we've done relatively well. The issue that is throughout the country being complained about, the murders, I think we've been able to decrease them ourselves and Northern Cape. I think it's between the 2 provinces that we have managed. But generally speaking, I think we have relatively done well. Of course, stats are not everything, because the community remains dissatisfied. Then we have to do more at all times.
During our interview with Albert, we asked him what his thoughts were based on Lieutenant General Zuma's comment.
Something that came up at the police event is, well, according to General Zuma, he says that the murders for this year have decreased. So do you have a comment for that?
Yes, it is true. As far as my knowledge is, this was our first farm attack murder this year. We have had a couple of murders earlier this year. As you know, the old lady in town, there was the lady outside on the Marble Road. But this is our first farm attack murder this year, as far as I know.
So do you think it would carry on like this, or now that the festive season is coming up, we see a lot of murders or crimes which is increasing?
The truth, it's very difficult to say. We always expect around Christmas time that crime increases. But although it's the only farm attack murder, it's one too many. But like I said, there's definitely a decline. If I can take the record back, in 2011 in October, we had 23 farm attack and house robberies in the area.